Hello and welcome. Somehow it is already the month of June, which is crazy to me. I just feel like May flew by so fast. So let's take a minute here to sit back, relax a little bit, and unwind and look back at May. So I'm going to show you some of my May favorites right now. Okay, so starting off, we're not going to have any reading recommendations here. I apologize. I just didn't get really any reading done this month, so I have nothing to share there, but I'm going to make that a goal for this month. The other thing that won't be in here is any knitting recommendations because I haven't bought any new yarn and I'm still working on my Friday slipover vest. So those are things I'm going to try to focus on this month. But I do have many other recommendations for you. So let's look. Here's one of my new favorite things. This is a painting of Alex and I by a Seattle artist, and her handle is _you as an animal. And it's Alex and I shucking oysters because during the summer, Alex always shucks oysters for me, and I like to do a whole little dinner or lunch spread for us. So this is a very sentimental piece to me. And the other thing is I had it professionally framed, so it's in museum glass so that it won't fade over time and hopefully lasts a lifetime. But the framing I had done at Lucky Rabbit here in Hillman City. So check out the artist, check out the framer. I think they're both amazing and did such a great job. So I can't wait to hang this up in my house, but I'm going to keep it wrapped up until I know exactly where to put it. I have another piece that you've probably seen me sipping on, but I got this piece commissioned by, her handle is From Tree to Sea. I believe her name is Lauren. Lauren, if you're seeing this, hi. But it's a mug with a blue fox, an indigo fox, and she also does this iconic tiger. And I love how, if you look, both of their tails are on the handle. And there's also some chartreuse stars, because honestly, these are like all my favorite colors right now. So I love it, and it's just so beautiful. So I love just trying to upgrade little things in my daily life to make it just seem a little bit more magical and special, I guess. But mugs are an easy way that I like to do that. And another way I like to do it is with some dishware. So I actually went thrifting earlier this month, and I got some sister pieces here where I have a matching one of these as well, but it's currently in the dishwasher because I used it the other day. But look, they're these little glass seashells, and I love them. I feel like they're perfect for maybe like a little dip or just like crostinis or something. But it's a fun little size, so I don't have to commit to a huge plate, but it's kind of like a bowl too. Going back to that plate bowl plate scenario, and I love it. So I'm always on the lookout for new dishware that I think is fun and makes me excited to want to host more people. But those are my favorites when it comes to art right now. And now we're going to transition over to just a few of my foodie favorites. This month I had a good eating month, I want to say. I went to Trader Joe's this month, and I don't normally go to Trader Joe's just because there isn't one really in my neighborhood. So if I'm in a neighborhood that has one, I'll stop by, but it's kind of a quarterly event. But I did try a few new items, some of which weren't my favorite, but we're going to focus on favorites today. So my ultimate favorite from Trader Joe's right now is this guava spread. And I loved it so much that I actually went back to Trader Joe's. I made the voyage out to it. I got 2 more jars. I tried not to, honestly, this is something that I could be a hoarder of and stock up massively because I've already gone through half a jar. And that's kind of a lot for me because usually it'll take me a good month to kind of finish a jar of something, maybe a little longer depending on what's going on. But anywho, this is so good. I made some pavlovas the other night, and I put this on top of the pavlovas, and I had some kumquats that I cut up on there as well, and it was delicious. I've also been using this a lot in my in my Greek yogurt. I don't know why I fritzed out there. But yeah, so I've been using this in my Greek yogurt a lot. And I've also been using it with flax as well, because I think the flax with everything all combined, it kind of tastes a little bit like a cheesecake. It's a weird combo, but it's good. Sometimes you gotta try the weird combos. The other thing that I found, which surprised me where I found it, I found these at the 7-Eleven by me, which I think is shocking because I've been looking everywhere for the mango peelers. I have had the banana, and I have had the orange flavor, but those are good. Nothing that I was craving to go and have another of, but the mango one is by far my favorite. I say my favorite now because I saw that there is a lychee flavor, and I haven't seen that anywhere. I've only seen it once, and that was from Lauren posted that on her stories. So maybe it's just in Canada right now, but if I see it in Seattle, I am definitely going to buy a couple bags. But the mango ones, I actually think this tastes spot on to mango, and it doesn't really taste artificial at all. It tastes very fresh. But I will say, the peeling these, not my favorite. I just think it gets a little too sticky, but just nibbling on them, very good. So I would recommend getting a couple bags of those if you're into mango. Not so much on the other flavors, but definitely the mango. And if you didn't know, Rainineer Cherries are back. One, I think these are just so beautiful. Every single one, like, it just reminds me of a sunset. I love them so much. But flavor-wise, they don't taste like your typical tart cherry. They're lighter, they're sweet. I think they kind of have a similarity to like a green grape a little bit. It's hard to describe, but my sister, who doesn't like cherries, loves these cherries. So if you're not a cherry girl, I would recommend just try these. Maybe it's something new that you might like. And let's see. I have two things that I've been wearing a lot that I love. So hold on one second, because I don't know if you can tell, but Mozzarella is whining. So I gotta give him a little attention. So one sec. All right, we are back. And I have this silver bracelet here. I actually found this at a consignment store near me. And I didn't buy it the first time that I saw it. I actually went to the store a few more times before I committed to buying it. Then one night I was thinking about it, and I was a little worried that I would go back to the store and it wouldn't be there, which was my sign that I should go and pull that trigger and get it. The reason for that was I'm trying to be more intentional with what I buy this year. I'm trying not to consume too much, but I want to make sure that I have pieces that speak to me, that I love, that will last, and also will be things that I wear a lot, because I'm trying to cut down on consuming and taking things to Goodwill. I want to be able to have things that will just last a little bit longer, and I know we'll get a lot of use out of. So I definitely recommend making wish lists. I have a lot of wish lists that I make on my phone, and I think that just helps me think about things that I use a little bit more intentionally. But there was something that I had to buy this month, and that was these pair of sunglasses. I say had to buy because I broke my last pair of sunglasses that had my prescription in them. So these are still my only pair of sunglasses with my prescription. Maybe next year I'll buy another pair, but for now, these are my new favorites. I'm sorry, bud, you don't get a pair of sunglasses. These are my sunglasses. But I think they look super cute. These are by Maui Jim, and they're polarized, and they're a very lightweight frame, which I love. And they're a little bit smaller than my last pair. Usually I like really big frames because I don't like to see my frame when I have sunglasses or glasses on. So I like these ones. But I think they're super cute. I love them. They seem perfect for summer. And yeah, I wear these all the time now. They're very comfy, and I honestly, because they're so lightweight, I barely even feel them on my face, which is also another perk. So yeah, I've been really enjoying those. But now, just a couple skincare items. I am still wearing everything that I talked about last month, skincare and makeup wise. So those are still constant favorites of mine. But here are two items that I didn't mention last month, and I believe these are both new this month. So here we go. Okay, so I have this cleanser by Paula's Choice, which I've been really loving. It's very lightweight, but I actually think it gets a better scrubbing job than some of my other cleansers that I've used. So I really only need like a pea-size amount, and sometimes when people say that, I don't always buy it, but this you really don't need more than a pea size. It, like I said, very lightweight, gets rid of all my makeup, and I also feel like it cleans my pores really well. So I already know when this finishes, you okay, bud? Sorry, he flinches a little bit because he has glaucoma, so he can't see me as well. But yes, when this finishes, I already know I'm gonna get another one, but it's probably gonna take me a while because, like I said, I only use a little pea-sized amount every day. The other thing I've been wearing a lot of is this new sunblock my mom recommended. So it's by Zoe Skin Health. Yes, Zoe Skin Health. And I believe it has a little bit of like tint to it. So I just put a little bit of this on, and it's very lightweight. I love it. And it doesn't smell or have like a sticky feeling after I use it. So this has been a constant. I keep this in my bag. I keep this everywhere that I go now. So I'll likely be buying this again, but if you have other sunblock recommendations, let me know because I'm always on the lookout for new sunblocks. So yeah, that's everything for the month of May. And like I said, I'm going to be on the eye out for more books to read. I am going to try to knit a little bit more, and I'm also going to be looking for maybe some other sunblock recommendations. But until I finish this, I probably won't buy another one. But yeah, let me know what you're loving, even if it's big or small, or if it's a book or even some music. I feel I don't curate a lot of music. I leave that to my sister. But if you have stuff that you've been liking and loving, let me know. I'd love to check them out. Thanks for being here.